Happy Thursday. Welcome to July 22nd. I'm Kim Knapp, your coach here at the K Factor. We are in day 22 of our 31-day K Factor Coaching Jump Challenge. Glad to see everybody here. Shout out to Team Replay. Team Replay, I know you'll be here when we're done. Let me go to the live. Make sure you can see me and hear me. And there we are. Okay. And you can hear me. Fantastic. And you can see me. Let me type in the chat. Happy Thursday, team. Yeah, July 22nd. How about that? Make sure you have your hydration. Have your water handy. Have your water handy because it's hot. And we need to keep hydrated. We definitely need to keep hydrated. So when you come on into this live, we're here on Facebook Live. When you come into this live, type in the chat, say hello, let us know where you're watching from. One thing that I do want to tell you, we do have a K Factor Coaching YouTube channel, and the purpose of that channel is I just upload these Facebook Lives to a playlist. So we have a Jump Challenge playlist, and it's just these recordings, and they're up on YouTube. So you can go to that YouTube channel, and you can start with day one and just move through. Arlene's here. Hi, Arlene. I appreciate you too. Thank you for your kind words. It's an honor to work with you and help you. That's why I love my job. I love my work. Actually, I don't even look at it that way. It's just like I'm just paying it forward and helping other women because, yeah, I remember when I started how hard it was and how I needed a role model. I needed somebody to help lead the way for me. And I was so grateful to all those women that went before me. So here I am. And not only that, but I honoring my word to my coach and mentor and friend, Bill Phillips. And I told him that I will pay it forward. Everything you taught me, I am paying it forward. Because we're saving lives, one body at a time. That's how I see it. All right, you know what we have to do first? We need to do our 1 minute marching. We're going to stack this habit. We're going to march for 1 minute because we're going to be doing some movements. And some of you may be doing your heel drops. Some of you are going to be doing your bunny hops. And some of you may be doing a nice little soft jump. And so before we do any of that, we just need to march it out. Warm up our bodies. Again, I've been sitting all morning writing. I love writing. I was writing my post for tomorrow. And I just, you sit, and I sit so funny. I sit on my right hip. I try not to do it, but I get into what I'm doing, and then I just find that when I go to stand up, I could tell I loaded all my weight on my right hip when I was sitting in the chair. So I need to move my body. All right, timer stopped. So we can stop marching. We can stop marching. We're warmed up. Margaret's in the house. Hey, Margaret. Arlene, you started back with dumbbells today. Fantastic. And you start small. Start small. You can always add reps. You don't need heavy dumbbells. You can use lightweight, high rep. So it is high noon. Let's get started. Happy day 22, everyone. And I can't even believe that it's already been, what? We're almost at the end of the month, honestly, right? We're building stronger bones together for like over 3 weeks. We just keep showing up every day, and shout out to everybody that has done their homework on Saturday and Sunday. Shout out when you're brushing your teeth, stacking the habit of doing your hops. And one thing that I hope you've discovered during this challenge, and not only this challenge, but the other challenges that we've done together, the push-up challenge, getting up off the floor challenge, the plank challenge, the balance challenge. I hope you've discovered that healthy aging isn't about doing harder and harder exercises. It's just about learning how to move our bodies better and improving. That's what it's about. So today we're going to build on our bone clock drill, right? We did our big clock drill. We're going to do that again today. But we're going to focus on something a little different today when we do it. I want you to focus on the landing, right? I want you to focus on the landing and how you land. Because a soft, controlled landing helps absorb the impact through your ankles, your knees, your hips, while still giving your bones the healthy load that they need. So pay attention to your landing, because if you're like me, I remember growing up watching, now I'm going to be dating myself, Natalie Comaneci and the gymnastics, you know, Mary Lou Retton on the horse, and you know what the announcer says at the end? And she stuck that landing. Look at that landing. She stuck that landing. So visualize that. If you've ever seen that or heard that watching gymnastics, visualize that. And the announcer is saying that about you. She's sticking that landing. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick the landing. But before we get there, hey, Margaret. Oh, good to see you. Maggie's here. Nancy's here. Arlene. Very good. Debbie's here. Maggie, thank you so much. I'm grateful for you. And I'm glad that you go to the replays. Very good. Very good. Hugs back to you. Hugs back to you. Before we get into the movement, though, you know, I usually have some talking points, things that I like to share. It's always good to have reminders of our why and why we're here. And Carolyn's in the house. Hey, Carolyn, howdy, right back at you. Every hop, every heel drop, every strength workout is preparing us for the life that we're living in our future, right? We're not exercising just to get through today. We're not exercising just to get through today. We're making our deposit for tomorrow. We're training to climb stairs with confidence, carry our groceries, travel, play with our grandkids, get up and down off the floor, put our groceries away, right? Doing all the things and continue to be able to do all the things independently. Because the work we do today is that gift that we give to our future self. Remember that? I talked about that the other day. We wrap this gift and we get to open it down the road. Our body learns through repetition. And this is the other reason why it's really important for you to have consistency with your wellness, your health and fitness program. Consistency with your nutrition. Consistency with your hydration. Consistency with your sleep. Consistency with your lifting and lowering of your dumbbells. Consistency with your daily walking. Because every time you repeat a movement, your brain and your body become more efficient. Your brain and your body become more efficient. Movements that once felt awkward feel natural. And that's one thing I want you to take away from this jump challenge. We're doing these heel drops, and in the very beginning, it probably felt weird to you. Doing a little bunny hop. When was the last time you did that? When you were a kid? you know, if you're like me and you're over 50, I'm over 60, almost 70. And it felt weird the first time I started jumping around. I'm like, why the heck am I doing this? Not only that, at that time I was still carrying my weight. And so I would have bladder leakage, you know? So that was kind of embarrassing. And you guys know I speak the truth here and shoot from the hip, and I share my own personal experiences. And that was my personal experience when I first started jumping around. But we don't quit after we try something once. No, we show up the next day and we just keep trying. We practice, we improve, and we build confidence one rep at a time. It takes showing up to make all that happen. And my last point that I want to share with you today is our progress is built on the ordinary, boring days. Just the ordinary Tuesday, the ordinary Thursday. It doesn't happen on the days we're all like, gung-ho, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to lift my dumbbells. It happens on the days when we're dragging our butt just to get through the door. When we're dragging just to put our workout clothes on. It happens on ordinary days of the week. The days you don't feel like exercising, but you show up and you do it anyway. Those ordinary days become extraordinary over time. So I want you to remember that. Joanne's here. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Joanne. So the ordinary day, the ordinary days are just what make it, right? The ordinary, boring day where we just kind of get up and shuffle on in, make the work happen. All right, so let's get going with our movement today. So we're going to do the bone clock drill, that's what I'm calling it. And we're going to stick the landing. So our goal isn't to hop higher or jump higher. Some of you may be able to jump, and some may be doing the little bunny hop. And some are doing heel drops. And even some are sitting in a chair doing calf raises. You do you, right? You're going to continue doing what you're doing and what you're able to do. We're going to focus today on standing tall, good form, good posture. If you're sitting in a chair, you should have good posture. Everything that I'm sharing goes true if you're sitting in a chair. You shouldn't be all hunched over. You should be sitting up straight and tall, chest out, shoulders back, chin up. Very important. So here's what we're going to do. Round one, we're going to go clockwise. So we're going to go 12 o'clock, back to center. 3 o'clock, back to center. 6 o'clock, back to center. 9 o'clock, back to center. And when we get to center, we're going to stick the landing. All right, so let me just show you here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to 12 o'clock, stick it, just like the gymnasts do. I stuck the landing and then I did a Mary Lou Retton. Isn't that what she does? She goes like this. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to hold it. And then we'll go back to center, back to home base, okay? So we're going to stick the landing. And if you got it in you to go up to 12 o'clock, stick the landing. Raise your arms up. All right, so that's going to be round one. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to go for round one? Here we go. 12 o'clock and stick the landing. Good job. Step back. 3 o'clock and stick the landing. Back to center. 6 o'clock, stick the landing. Back to center. 9 o'clock, and stick the landing. Good job. Back to center. When you pay attention to how you're landing, right? You feel that? Your knees, your ankles, your hips, you're engaged. It takes the shock. And then you stand up and lock it in, okay? Round 2, we're going to go counterclockwise. So we're going to go 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock. We're going to stick to the landing and go back to home base. Now, if you have it in you to hop or jump back to home base, you do that. Or you can step back to home base, okay? This is round 2. All right, so we're going to go to 9 o'clock first. Back to home base. 6 o'clock, stick the landing. Back to home base. 3 o'clock, stick the landing. Back to home base. And 12 o'clock, stick the landing. Back to home base. Good job. Good job. Whew. Okay, take a sip of water. How are you doing with your landing? Sticking it? You feel, when we talk about it and you're thinking about it and you're paying attention to it, you feel that landing, right? And if you raise up and finish, just like a gymnast, just like an athlete, because you are an athlete, you know that, you're an athlete. Okay, we're going to go for round 3, and I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do on the clock. You can start at 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You could do a 2 o'clock or a 4 o'clock or a 10 o'clock or a 7 o'clock. You do you, okay? But the main thing is, I want you to make sure too, now we're jumping with both feet, right? We're just landing with both feet, all right? Making sure you keep those knees bent, hips, ankles, eyes looking forward. You shouldn't be down here like this jumping. You need to be looking straight up, good form. Make sure you're breathing all the way in, all the way out. Arlene said she liked adding the arms. Yeah, that's just another little movement I added. And the thing is, did you notice your heart rate got up a little more by moving the arms? And the arms give you momentum when you're jumping, hopping, right? It helps you to get up. Like if you do a jump squat, your arms help you, right? You learn that. So, and I love jump squats. Those of you that can do that, you should be incorporating that into your lower body workout every now and then when you do leg day, jump squats. So you'll notice your heart rate gets up because you're totally engaged. Everything's engaged. And the momentum to carry you up, and you come down soft and finish strong. All right, let's go to round 3. Everybody do their thing. You do your thing. You can do like 4 movements. 4 movements. I want you to pay attention to your landing. And you pick what time you want to do. Here we go. I'm just moving all crazy here. Do it. Good job. Good job. Good job. Whew. Good work. Good work. When you stick that landing, it helps you pay attention. And you can feel it. And I wanted to remind you all too, I should have said this at the beginning, but I talked about it in the earlier weeks of this. I jump barefoot, but you know, if you have sensitivity on the bottom of your feet, you can wear shoes with padding to give you some extra padding. Don't forget about that if you need it. All right, so we're done for today. Whew, whew. Every day that you show up, you know you're investing in your future. You're not just building stronger bones. You're building better balance, better movement, more confidence, and greater independence. And it's all of these small daily choices that add up to a healthier life. And honestly, I don't think we can hear that enough. And how many of you started a program and then you stopped, and then you start and then you stop, and then you start and then you stop? That's why I always say these things all the time, because we need to hear it to keep us in the game, to keep reminding us why we're here and why we're doing what we're doing every day when we show up to do our workouts and make our healthy choices. And build barriers around our lifestyle so that we can make it happen, right? So we can make sure we have our priorities in order. So I want to thank you for showing up for yourself today, right? I'm going to see you tomorrow, day 23, as we continue making deposits into our bone bank account. Because strong bones don't happen by accident, they happen by action. Yes, they happen by action. Remember that. Remember that. And again, you can do this on replay. We have a very strong K-Factor replay team. They show up. I look for them. I look for their check-ins and acknowledge each of them. Now, if I missed you, I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure I try to hit everybody as soon as I see you post. Carolyn, you're welcome, Carolyn. I'm glad. I'm glad. And I know the hopping around, doing heel drops, doing these things, bring a smile to our face. I mean, when was the last time we hopped and jumped around? I mean, I just love it. And listen, women over 50, we need somebody to remind us of our why sometimes. We get all hung up in the daily in and outs of the day. We need somebody to believe in us when we doubt ourselves, somebody to hold us accountable and show us the path to strength and energy and independence. And that's why I love what I do, because that is exactly what I do for my clients. I'm Kim Knapp, your coach here at the K-Factor, Fitness and Health for Life. I'll see everybody here tomorrow for day 23. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you so much for being here. I love being together with you guys at high noon. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Cheers. Okay, Arlene. Arlene said she needs more sensitivity on her feet. Oh, well, we all have our own individual, we know what we need, what things that we can do for our bodies. Every body is different, right? There's no cookie cutter. Every body is different, and we recognize that. So I'm glad you know what works for you. Very good. All right, everybody, see you tomorrow. Bye.